Hi, this is Lisa from Low Cooking Robbers and welcome to my channel. Ready for another awesome video? So today's video I am going to show you how to make this twist card. So that's what it look like. So card like this, and then you kind of rotate it, twist it, and it changed the look. So that's one of the card I made with a brand new background. It's called the leaf veins with chameleon. And but you get the idea. You can make any card, any kind of card you like. So this is my Mr. Dress Up, and they changed the color and changed the costume. Isn't that awesome? It's not really hard to make. I'm going to show you how to do it, and then you can change it any kind of image you like and make it any kind of cards you like. So looking rubber stand, we have more than 200 video ready to view. Make sure you check Low Cooking online DVD library or sign up Low Cooking YouTube channel, so that way you can see all the awesome video. Just click any cards you like to learn and it will bring you to the YouTube channel. So that's start. Today's video is going to be a fun one. Okay, so today's project I am going to use this or brand new slimline card size background stamp. Is called the leaf veins, and we have a 6 brand new background stamp. And like I said, this is for the slimline card size, but see the card I create, it doesn't have to be the slimline card. So it's totally up to you. You can create any size you like. And I am using our Mr. Dress Up stamp set. So Mr. Dress Up comes with 4 different kind of costume, and then you can do like any kind of card you like. So it's October, and it's for Halloween. Low Cooking doesn't really have a lot of Halloween stamp image, but I think this Mr. Dress Up will make a very, very cute card. Okay, so try to make a card, and then send me I have created Low Cooking rubber stamp Facebook fan. So it's called Low Cooking rubber stamp fans. You can upload all your artwork to this website and share with your idea. So our first Low Cooking card challenge, the special offer is going to end on October 15. So if you like to participate in this event, make sure you check all the information, the detail. So this special offer for the stamp set is going to end on October 15. After October 15, I'm going to remove from our website. And please working on your card project, and so looking forward to see over 100 cards that has been participate this event, maybe more. It's going to be so exciting to see the people use the same stamp set, same die cut to create something totally different. So there's no rule, just as long as you use one of the stamp from those sets, you can mix with any other stamp background. I'm totally fine with that. Okay, so that's start today's tutorial. And okay, so it is always good idea when I want to work in some project that I have never tried it before. I always make a prototype first to make sure it works, and then I move on to my final project. So this card is actually not very complicated. If you follow the step-by-step instruction, you will be able to make it. But just like I say, make a prototype first before you put your a final work on top. Okay, so the card size. I have 2 cards here. I use 2 different kind of color to show you. Like the first card is a chameleon card. I kind of use all the black color as my background, but when I am working on project, I want to make sure that you can see clearly. So when I make my second card, I kind of change to orange and the black, so that way when I am showing you step by step, you is less confused. Okay, so you can do any color you like. So I have 2 brown color and the 2 black color. Okay, the size of the card, they are all the same size, is 4 inches by 5 and a half. So 4 inches by 5.5. You can do a little bit adjustment, and so just one thing you have to remember is, okay, if your width is 4 inches, right? So the height have to be 1.5 inches more. So if your width is 5 inches, your height have to add 1.5 extra. Otherwise, if you don't do that, you don't have enough room when you like twist it. It's going to like a cut in the middle. So just remember, when you decide how big your card it is, the width, the height have to be 1.5 inches more. So you can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, it doesn't matter. Just remember the height have to be 1.5 inches more. Okay, so this is the one I'm making is 4 inches by 5.5, and then you have to, when you try to put your image on top, it have to be the square. Okay, so the width is 4 inches. So inside you have to working on this 4 by 4 inches square area. So that way it make the best like a twisting. Okay. So, and then I have some pattern paper ready, and then I already stamping or leaf background with Versamark, sorry, not Versamark, Stazon on the matte coat cardstock. So please see the tutorial number 183 for the paper review. I have created a tutorial to show you all different kind of paper. I was using Costco's Kirkland, I was using the Macco, I was using the glossy cardstock. So just make sure you watch that video to make sure which paper is good for what. Okay, so one slimline card size, I can make like a two pieces. So these pieces is 3¼ by 3¼ Okay, so that's not a big deal. You just have a two like a layering for the background, and I already stamping this image with a Versamark on the regular Cougar cardstock for my Mr. Dress Up. And for the coloring part, I'm going to just fast forward it because you can use any kind of coloring technique you like. Okay, so that's just fast forward the color part. Okay, so I have a color, I have finished color my Mr. Dress Up. If you have been follow my video, you probably realize I usually cut first before I spend the time to coloring. Here is a great example. The first one I cut, see? I didn't pay attention and my die was kind of off the outline, and then I die cut it, didn't get a perfect line out. So that's very painful. So that's why I always die cut it before I start to do the coloring, just in case, right? Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit change for my Mr. Dress Out card. The front card, I'm not going to put a pumpkin on top. I'm going to put like a naked Mr. Dress Up. And the back card, I'm going to change it. So this was like a green pumpkin, and then I changed to the red one. Okay, so but I'm going to do a little bit change. So that's I have my foundation card here. So I have my foundation card here, 2 black and the 2 brown, and here and here. Okay, for the leaf coloring, I'm also going to fast forward it because this is something very simple. You just use your magic mushroom to color. One is more green color, one is more reddish color. Okay, so and then we're going to move to the next step. The next step is actually something that's very important because we are going to make like a twister card, right? So you want to make sure your surface is like a flat. So we are going to use some kind of like a puzzle technique. I'm going to show you, because if your surface is not flat when you twist it, they are going to get cut. So that way you won't be able to twist it smoothly. So that's what I'm going to do is first I am going to put my Mr. Dress Up here. So that's what I mean. If you just glue this one on the top of this green card, here is have some kind of level, even though you try to like glue so smoothly, but when you like try to turn it just a little bit here, it will stop, it will cut in that turning line. So what we're gonna do is we are going to use like a puzzle technique. I showed these kind of techniques before. It's very easy to make. What you're gonna do is you are going to just put the die cut here. Okay, let's do this. And then you're going to die cut it. Okay, so this is what it look like after you die cut it, right? And then you can still keep these two pieces if you want to. Later on we can do something. And then I am going to glue my Mr. Dress Up back. Okay, so just do this. And then we are going to just use like a tape to tape in the back. So this is kind of like a piece of puzzle. Okay, that way your surface is going to be completely smooth. See, it's smooth. Okay, so same thing for the other one, and let's see, we have that one, and okay, so it's just a little bit, you know, just something very small, but I don't know, do you want to do that or not? So I already glue my Mr. Dress Up back to that green leaves, right? So this is the one I'm going to glue on my darker color, like a full looking. And you can see between Mr. Dress Up's leg have a hole, right? So when you die cut this piece, okay, that little piece here I have on my table. So what you're going to do is you can glue back if that's a kind of like a bothers you. I show you what I mean. So going to put my Mr. Dress Up back to that puzzle place. Just a kind of tape everywhere. Okay, make sure you put enough tape here. And see here have a hole, right? And then, but when I die cut this piece, oops, I have that piece, a very small piece here. So because I already put the tape there, I just glue back. So that's like a whole piece is right there. Okay, so next we are going to put the pumpkin. Pumpkin here for the Mr. Dress Up's clothes, right? The pumpkin has to be like a puzzle too. So what I'm going to do is, where is the pumpkin die cut? Okay, so I have my pumpkin die cut here. You know, this card making, it's just like a finished carpentry. You can put the foam tape, make like a 3D like this, right? But because I was explaining, we want this card completely smooth. So when we twist it, it's not going to cut in the middle. So same thing, how to find the perfect spot for my pumpkin. Same thing, you put your custom here, and then you're going to die cut it. So after you die cut the pumpkin, and we are going to just put our pumpkin back. So that way your Mr. Dress Up have like a perfect costume. Okay, there you go. See, that's what's Mr. Dress Up with the pumpkin costume, and that's the back. And then when you touch it, they are completely flat. So that way, when we doing the twist card, we don't have to worry about those poking area is going to cut in the middle. Okay, and here is something that you need to know too. When we apply the tape in the back, you got to make sure you put enough tape when you mount it, because we don't want to have any place that without the glue, and when we twist it, any small place pop out is going to cut when you turning it. So we don't want that. So just make sure you are going to apply all your double side tape as close as the edge you can, and also the middle too. Okay. That's the hardest part. Okay, so let's move to the next. Okay, the next we're going to do some measurements. So remember the card is 4 inches by 5.5, right? So we're going to find like both card. We are going to find 2 inches, 2 inches. So we are going to just draw a line. So 2 inches here and 2 inches. I'm going to show you. Okay, so 2 inch. So we're going to draw a square. So here is 2 inches, 2 inches, and 2 inches. This part we don't really need that. We just like a 2 inches squares. So both one, actually all 4 cards, you have to find like draw a 2 inches square. So let's do these 2 inches, and okay, so I have created all 4 pieces, 2 inch, 2 inch, 2 inch, 2 inch, right? Okay, and then we are going to do this one. The Halloween one go with a black one, and this one goes with this one, okay? And then we have our brown card, right? So we are going to cut for the first one. The first one is only 2 inches, and the other one is going to be 3.5 inches, so like this. Okay, so the first one we only cut the 2 inches from the right side, and the second one we're going to cut it from the left one until we meet that 2 inches area. So it's like this. Okay, and then we are going to have our Mr. Dress Up, and then we are going to do 1/2. So this card is 3.25. So I am going to find the halfway. Okay, actually with our mounting is going to be 3.5 inches, right? So I'm going to find the half. Half will be 1.75. So I'm going to chop it. That's our Mr. Dress Up. And then since we are doing that, I'm going to chop this one too. Okay, so just do that. Good. Okay. And then we are going to just glue this Mr. Dress Up. Okay, you can leave a little bit gap like this. Leave a little bit, like a 0.1 millimeter, they will be fine. So, but at this moment, you can erase your pencil line if you want to, or we can just flip. That will do the same thing. Okay, see, this is what I do, right? So remember 2 inches from the right, 3.5 inches from the left, and then you kind of just insert them together, make it like that. Okay, the black one is a little bit different, but it's same thing. The black one, we're going to do the vertical. So I'm going to just cut the one from the right side, and the other one from the left. So these are right and the left. But you can erase your pencil line, but I'm going to just flip over, so it's the same thing. One on the right, one on the left, and then you can kind of just insert them together, and then you can glue that one. So I'm going to just fast forward it. Okay, before we move to the next step, you know, this is something actually very important. You have to follow this instruction exactly the same way, otherwise it won't turn. Let's start with this brown one. So the brown one, remember the first cutting is 2 inches. And then the second piece is 3.5 from the left side, right? So the topping one have to be like 2 inches. So you cannot switch these 2 pieces. So the top one have to go like this, and the bottom one have to use this piece, and then you're going to insert them together like this. Okay, this one in my last step was a mistake because I kind of flip over and then I didn't pay attention. So the top one have to put this. Remember the cutting is here, so the top piece you have to put this side, and then the bottom piece you put this one. They are different, so if you don't, if you switch these 2 pieces, it will not turn. So that's what's like this, right? And then you open it, make sure which one is which one. And then you're going to grab this vertical one, you're going to insert. Okay, just peel off this brown one. You're going to insert this. Okay, and then there's 3 sheets, 1, 2, 3. So first one is the black and the 2 brown, right? So you're going to kind of peel off 1, 2, and the third sheet, you're going to insert this one. So that's what look like this. And then this way we will be able to turn. Okay, let's do again. So I'm going to open everything. Just make sure we follow the instructions step by step. First one, we have a 2 brown, right? Remember I cut the 2 inches from the right side, and the second brown I cut the 3.5 inch from the left side. And then the top is go like this, have to follow exactly the same instruction, and then we are going to insert together like this. The black one, we cut the 2 inches from the right side, 2 inches from the left side, right? And then the top have to go, you know what I mean, like this. Oops, this. Okay, remember these and these. And then you insert together. That's what it look like. Okay, and we come back here. So we're going to choose the one on the top first, and then we're going to just remove the bottom of this one, and then you're going to insert them. Insert it. That's what's it look like that, right? And then you have a 1 black, 2, 3. So we're going to do 1, 2, and then we're going to insert this one. This is the third one. We're going to insert there. So that's what it look like, and then that's how we are able to turn. Okie doke. Okay, and the next, so we can kind of organize, make sure they are all level. Black is the black, like a black of the vertical card is a level, the brown card is a level, and then we are going to use a staple. You can use washi tape if you want to. So I'm gonna just use a staple to staple the end. Like this. This side and this side. So that way will stay. And it's very important, your staple, try to staple as close as to this side, okay? Don't staple here, because if you staple here, you won't be able to turn. And remember in the beginning of this video, I was mentioning if your card size is 4 inches, you have to give 1.5 inches extra. Otherwise, they won't turn. Like this. Okay, and then the rest of them is easy. So I have cut these pieces here. I'm going to just mount it here. And then also I have 2 more pieces of cardstock. So I'm going to do this way, and then you just folding in the half. So this is just 4 inches wide. I'm going to do this one to cover my ugly staples. Okay, so do this. And then I'm going to just put the double-sided tape here. Okay, so if you follow the instruction, you will be able to turn. But it's very important which piece is supposed to be where. You cannot change the pieces. You have to be exactly like these, otherwise it won't work. And it's a good idea that if you can create a prototype to make sure it works before you spend all your time on the coloring, working on the detail. So let's do these. Okay, so this side you cannot put any like a sentiment or something because it needs a space to turn. There you go. That's my naked Mr. Dresser, and this is my Halloween Mr. Dresser. And this one have a little yarn here. The yarn, the front page is okay. We can just put this yarn here. So this idea, you can make any kind of card. You can make a Christmas card too. And I think it's pretty cute, isn't it? So I hope you like this video, and you can working on your own pattern. And once when you're done with your pattern, I would love to see what you do with it. And you don't have to send me the card, just take a picture and share it on the local King Robertson Facebook fans pages, and other people will do too. So I think this chameleon one is very cute. So in the first one, I actually didn't use the stamp image. I just die cut it. I die cut this page, and then I just use that die cut it, and then use the puzzle technique and put it back because it's chameleon, right? And then this one, I kind of put the card. It should be reversed because I think, well, it doesn't matter. See, this is what I mean. When you glue it, you got to glue every corner, because if you have a little bit, you don't have a glue, when you turning it, is going to cut in the middle. So that way they will not see, like now it doesn't really twist. You got to make sure every place is nicely glued, so that way you can successfully make a twist card. Okay, so that's today's tutorial. Do you like the chameleon, or you like my Mr. Dressed Up? And leave me a comment, or let me know. Do you like the naked Mr. Dresser or the Mr. Dresser with the green pumpkin? So I think that's a cute card, and thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and there's more video coming soon. Make sure you subscribe to Local Kings YouTube channel. Give me a thumb up. Let me know if you like this video, and I'm always welcome all the comments that you left, and I always read it. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.